Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina would appear to be a far cry from the classics, but Chaucer would be very proud of the fight that his Chanticleers will bring to the teal. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense takes the field for the first time today. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you had all day to stew on it, get excited, and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a...
Is good.
That's all year long.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
The offense set for a first down play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. He's looking to throw. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
The returner brings it out to the 35. And the Florida State offense will take over.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
On the option. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Chanticleers will line up to punt it away.
Number 13 on to punt it away.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for a block. It's Rice. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Running back goes in motion. They're trying to get to it. Makes a connection. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistent.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Offense set on first down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. At the 45, on his way. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Now the toss. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Chanticleers line up to punt it away. Running it back, it's Rice. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Quick handoff. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Here comes the option. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. The option look. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. The back goes in motion. He's got his man.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Let's go! And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, no! These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Takes the easy completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot. On target to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. Second down coming up.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Still on his feet at the 25. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Chanticleers are rolling down the field.
Another Chanticleer.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's looking to throw it. Right down the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Dumps it to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Pressure coming. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd down and short. They choose to pass it. They got the whole playbook open because it's 3rd and short. On their own side of the field, you could tell the QB wasn't going to make a mistake. He did not want to force the ball, make a bad decision. He throws the football away, lives to fight another down.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Buys a little time with his feet. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Chanticleers will hustle to the line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The shot that clears will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Field goal is good. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the shot that clears will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 16 set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He'll toss it. On the move. At the 30. And he's running in the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They go to the draw. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Chanticleers will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Running it back, it's Rice. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. On the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles are flying down the field. On the option. Now the toss. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the beatdown has ensued.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's going to take off.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. Go max protection, more guys blocking.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David.
And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying.
Just destroying his way through the field. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Fast motion from the offense. Still on his feet at the 45. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? They've got it. First and 10 at the 42. He'll ride his man on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to solve this thing away with a touchdown. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Now on 2nd down.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. And you've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
They'll run the option. And they're able to make the tackle. And the Knowles want to pick up the tempo. Now on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense.
This quarterback does an outstanding job in his preparation, watching film and understanding when he has to pull the ball on these types of run plays. Great job keying on the defender and quickly making the right decision to pull it and then go get north and get the 1st.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the option. He'll pitch it. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that ball is picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not.
And that defense gets to it. Goes at the 9.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Return have it at the 43. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Open space at the 25. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. That's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man.
It's so important in football that wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page. They're understanding where I got to get the first down. Great job understanding where that marker was. Great execution, first down.
Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
The Noles headed quickly to the line. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Wide out in motion. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of...
And they knocked him down almost immediately. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The option look. The pitch. At the 45 on its way. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't